That's right, guys. Quarantine Kitchen, straight out of California, cooking with the age. We're back, episode 6, Patti Melts. I'm gonna keep it really light on dance and everything today because it's hot. 87 degrees outside, it's about 85 in here, and I refuse to turn on the AC. Sorry about that slight interruption, guys. I was getting a phone call in the middle of recording, but as I was saying, I refuse to turn on the AC, and it's still March. So let's get this started. Patti Melts, pretty simple. It's kind of like a cheeseburger and a grilled cheese in one. What you're gonna need, some cut up mushrooms and some sliced onions. You need some slices of some baby Swiss. You need some rye bread, right? Marble, Jewish, either way, just some rye bread. And obviously your hamburger meat. All right, so to get everything moving along smoothly here, because it's hot, I'm gonna go ahead and get these vegetables started here. So I'm gonna turn my cast iron skillet medium high, let that get all, get the butter all nice and melted, almost smoking just like last time. Once that's ready, we'll put all the vegetables in, stir those up, get those cooking. In the meantime, I'm gonna make the actual Patti Melts, right? So for Patti Melts, I like to do it like this. You gotta have it, it's gotta be thin, right? So you want your patty to be thin. So what I do is I just grab a chunk of meat right off of the hamburger right there, and I press it as thin as I can between my hands and put it on the plate like so. We're gonna continue. I got about 1.5 pounds of meat, so I should be able to make about maybe 5 or 6 patties because you want them really thin. See how thin you want them? You want them just like that. Never want to really smush up your meat either. You start smushing up your meat. I know people like to roll their meat into little balls and then, make them into little patties. You kind of just want to grab it off, the hamburger tray and just squish it, right? It's going to give you the best flavor. Once you start rolling it around and all that stuff, you're messing up with the natural flavors, all right? So, like so, right? Next, wash my hands really quick. Get some simple seasoning on there, all right, guys? Hamburgers, nothing fancy. All we're putting on there, salt and pepper, all right? A little bit of salt, some kosher salt, right? Like so. And then some pepper, right? On the back side of the burgers, we'll put pepper, and then I'll use seasoned salt, just to give it a little bit of different flavor on the back side, right? Super simple. Flip these up like so. Now remember, they're really thin, so you got to be careful. They don't break apart. You want them to almost break apart. That means you got them perfectly thin enough that they'll be ready to go. All right? Wash my hands. Let's go ahead and apply the seasoned salt to the back side. Be generous with the seasoned salt. Okay? That's the only seasonings you're putting on the meat. All right? And some pepper. All right. So that's pretty much the burgers right there. The skillet's almost ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and pour the mushrooms and onions in here. We're gonna let those cook up about 10 minutes or so. Once those are done, we'll take these out of the cast iron, and then we're gonna cook the Patti Melts right into the same juices and all that stuff that are gonna be left over from the onions and the mushrooms cooking in there. We'll be back in a couple seconds. All right, guys, we're back. Quarantine Kitchen, straight out of California, cooking with the H. All right, so I've got the onions and the mushrooms. These are all nice and golden brown. They're pretty much done. So I'm just gonna turn off that pan really quick. I'm gonna transfer all of those mushrooms and onions to a little plate. We're gonna put that aside here. Cast irons are hot and heavy, man. I'll tell you one thing. Make sure you always use a, oven mitt when you're handling these, because you will burn yourself. Trust me. All right. So those are done. We're gonna put those to the side. All right. So let's go ahead and get the pan ready here. I'm just gonna put a little bit, just a little tiny bit of olive oil in there, just a little drizzle, right? Pan's pretty much hot, so we're gonna put that back onto medium high again. All right, guys. We want those burgers to get a nice, gold crisp char on the outside, and we want it to be nice and pink in the middle. So you're always gonna do that by high heat. You always want to cook on a cast iron on a high heat anyways. Just works better. All right, so let's just give it a few seconds here. Let that warm up. We'll get the burgers on here. All right, guys, we're back. So that pan's ready to go. Smoke it a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get the meat transferred on here. So remember, the patties are really thin. So you got to drop them on there. 2 hands. 2 hands. Otherwise, they're going to break apart. We'll really have 4 patties on here at a time. Probably about it. Maybe 3. We'll do 3 at a time. So, key is, keep these flat. You want to take your spatula or something, and you want to squish these on and keep these bad boys flat as possible. Otherwise, they're so thin, they're going to shrink up. Before you know, you have a cheeseburger that's about that big around. All right? Now, while these are cooking in here, you kind of got to add the secret ingredient. I always cook my burgers with butter. All right? So we're going to put a couple tablespoons of butter in there, like so. All right? Trust me, butter burgers are the best. As you see, these things are cooking right along here. Make sure you continue to smash them and keep them flat. They're trying to shrink up on you. You're only going to need a couple minutes on each side because they're so thin. So 2 minutes on this side, flip them. 2 minutes on the other side, take them off. Because after they're done, remember, it's kind of like a grilled cheese. So the meat is going to go back onto a griddle, all right, with the buns. All right, so those are going to do that. Be back in just a couple seconds. Okay, so the burger's pretty much done. All right. See how I kept them nice and flat, and they stay nice and big because you got to keep in mind the rye bread is a big slice of bread. It's deli style. So once those are done, take them off the cast iron. Get that bad boy out the way. Next thing you need is a griddle. All right, because now we're going to assemble the actual sandwiches. You're going to need to get some rye bread. I got all my rye bread pieces buttered already. All right. So what I'm going to do, turn this griddle on. Put it on medium, all right? Once that's nice and hot, we're gonna assemble the bread. Piece of bread down, piece of cheese, meat, and then the onions and the mushroom mixture. Then we're gonna put on the top piece of bread, just a little slab of mayonnaise. That's it, Patti Melt. Doesn't come with any ketchup, mustard, nothing like that. Traditional. Now you can even put like a spicy aioli on there or something like that. But you know, I got the little ones and my wife, they don't like a lot of spice. So take a look here. So this pan's getting hot. It's pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to start putting some pieces of bread on there. Butter side down. Butter side down. Butter side down. All right. Next I'm going to add the Swiss cheese. Probably about 1.5 pieces of Swiss cheese on each burger there, right? And like this, like that. We can actually get away with one nice big piece of cheese on each burger. Next thing you do, we're gonna add the actual Patti Melt to the top of it. All right. Add the burgers like so. Whew, the burgers are hot. Tell you what. All right, like so. All right. Next thing you're gonna do is you're going to add your mushroom and onion mixture. Put that on top just like so. Alright. A little bit on each one. Alright. Just like so. Hey. Hey, Madison.
Hey.
Alright.
I'm going to take out her stitches today.
Yep. My little daughter gets her stitches out of her broken finger today. Alright. So like that, and then the next step is we're going to get some mayonnaise. So let me grab the mayonnaise really quick. I'll be right back. All right. And then basically you're going to put a little bit of mayonnaise like so on top of the bread. Looks like we'll put another piece of cheese on top here. We got enough extra. So we're just going to go like so. All right. And that's basically the assembly of the Patti Melts. Once that's all done, we'll flip them around a couple times just like grilled cheese and we'll see what they look like. I'll be right back. All right, look it. So flip them once. Look at those bad boys. Those are coming out fantastic here. As soon as they're done, we'll take them off. We'll cut them in half and plate up the rest of the dinner. We're back straight out of California with Quarantine Kitchen, cooking with the H. Here it is. Final presentation. Patti Melts there. Some tater tots and some little dill pickles. All right, let's get right to it because it is hot in here, guys. We're not messing around. Let's get to it. Food critics, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Holly, how's your pickle?
Good.
Take a bite of your Patti Melt really quick for me.
It's too hot.
No, it's not. It's ready to go. Eat it. Take a bite. It tastes good? What would you rank this dinner between a 1 and a 10? What would you rank it? Holly, what would you rank it?
21.
What? What was it? 25? All right. You heard it right there. 25. Rank it 1 through 10. She said 25. All right, Madison, let's get to you. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're eating today?
The pickle's soft. It's nice and juicy.
All right. Why don't you move on to the Patti Melt? Tell us about the Patti Melt.
It's good. I like the meat. The mushrooms are good.
All right. So if you were to rank the dinner between a 1 and a 10, what would you rank it?
30. 91.
91. You heard it right there, guys. Ranked 1 through 10. She says it's a 91. And my other daughter, what did she say? 25. There we go, guys. Food critics in the house.
Daddy, this just came up.
That's good. You're not supposed to eat it. So let's put it on the plate. There we go. Another meal in the books. Satisfied clients here. Till next time. Cooking with the H.